We are one conversation away from a shift in perspective that can lead to a decision that can change our entire life. So let's have that conversation. Ooh! I love it. I love it. I love it. That's my slogan. That's my thing. Welcome to the Pieces to Peace podcast. It's your boy Deese. And today we're just going to have a conversation that could very well change your life. Because conversations shift perspective. As long as you have an open mind and an open heart. And those shift in perspective lead to shift in decision making. And those different decisions that we make can and will very well shift the trajectory that we take our lives. So don't take any conversation, any podcast, anything too lightly. Because it can and will make that impact long as you are open to it. So anyways, today's conversation is about perfectionism. The pain behind perfectionism. Have you ever felt like you were chasing perfection instead of freedom? You're not broken, you're just stuck in a story. And today, let's flip that script. There are 5 key points and factors that you can explore in order to flip and shift your relationship with chasing after perfectionism and ultimately shifting it towards chasing after freedom. Just so you know, technically there's no such thing as perfectionism. People often say, I'm a perfectionist. Perfectionism is the mask, but behind it, the operator of that mask is fear. Right? It's not ambition. It's about fear of failure, rejection, of not being enough. So we try to overcompensate by overplanning, overthinking, overpreparing, overdoing, overperfecting. It's all rooted in feeling like you must matter, but we often miss the mark. So the first one out of the 5 is perfectionism technically isn't a thing. It's really just fear in disguise. Second one is the high cost on your inner life. This isn't just in your head. Perfectionism erodes your mental health. It triggers anxiety. You start overthinking, overplanning, over-functioning, right? And it often contributes to chronic stress and even depression. Because you're so consumed of having these high expectations that oftentimes they are very difficult to reach. In some area, we often fall short, and we focus oftentimes on where we miss the mark rather than the marks that we end up making and landing, which ultimately places us in this pessimistic cycle and story that we tell ourselves, striving towards the best, but never feeling like we're enough. Third one is social media fanned the flames. Living in the highlight reel world, living in people's best moments as you scroll, it actually makes perfectionism seem normal. It seems like a norm. In fact, it seems necessary, right? It disconnects us from the real connection of us being human beings, making mistakes, falling short, having tough days, having days where we can't even show up because we need to reset. We need to take care of our mental health. Perfectionism causes us to neglect our self-care, our mental health, and chase after the goals, the aspirations, the performance, the project, despite how we're feeling, whether we're sick, whether we don't feel right, whether mentally we are cooked, shot. Perfectionism literally drives us through the ground, not to the ground, through it. Number 4 is the antidote. Redefine what you need to matter. That's the antidote. The antidote to perfectionism is you reframing, redefining, retelling a new story of what actually matters. And research shows it's not to perfectionism, but to a sense of realizing that you matter. A sense of mattering, a sense of valuing who you are. not just who you appear to be. So start being more aware as to those tendencies of that perfectionism pattern. Times where you get triggered, where you feel as though you're so hypercritical on yourself when there are things that you can actually give yourself credit for. Start leaning in towards more of self-compassion. That's number 5. Number 5 is shifting towards those antidotes. Realizing that you need to start letting go. Letting go of these high expectations. And back to what I was saying before, noticing when you're triggered in those moments of trying to be perfect. Leaning towards self-compassion. Not saying you're taking it easy on yourself. Like I said, I've said this in previous podcasts before. There's a big difference between holding yourself accountable and beating yourself up. Perfectionism falls in the section of beating yourself up. Combating that is giving yourself compassion and simply just holding yourself accountable. Also, replacing these high standards with flexible values. Because perfectionism tends to fall in this line of all or nothing mentality. I've caught myself being that a lot in previous seasons. All or nothing. If I screw up here, then I screwed everything up. Versus shifting towards flexible values. Oh, I can't get all this done, but I can get this done. And I can move this to tomorrow. There's nothing wrong with me not getting the whole project done today. I can shift the rest of that project till tomorrow, and that's still enough. I still matter. I still succeeded. So replacing these rigid standards with flexible values. And lastly, leaning into vulnerability with real connection. Being honest and a non-judgmental, critical perspective, but from a place of curiosity. Being honest with yourself, not from a judgy perspective, but from a curious perspective. So, I hope this helps. And I want you to understand, if you were to try to simplify this, super easy, right? Point 1 is that perfectionism is a fear, not a strength. Point 2, it can cost you everything. Absolutely everything. Your mental health, you neglecting yourself, anxiety, depression. It can run you through the ground, not to the ground. Point 3 is realizing that social media is literally just a snapshot, a small fragment of someone's life. You don't know what a person is experiencing. The loss of a loved one, them failing, them getting fired from a job, them going through a heartbreak. A lot of people don't post their worst moments. They post just the best. So break free from falling victim to this strange world where perfectionism is basically normalized. Point 5 is point 4 is mastering over mastery, right? Overcoming the aspect of you thinking that you need to perform this in order for you to matter, in order for you to be enough. Overcoming that by, point 5, simply letting go of those high expectations and replacing it with realistic values. I hope this helps. Comment down below what you liked about it. Let me know what future topics you might want to hear from me. And hopefully you enjoyed the bonnet. It makes it more like a super chill type of podcast. Like, I don't want this to be like a super formal. There might be some episodes where I'm in here in a turtleneck with the glasses on and whatnot. But then there's also some episodes where I'm just chill, laid back. We're having a conversation. What's more valuable isn't about the presentation. It's about the quality of what's inside the presentation. Whether you're listening to me in your ear, whether you're watching me through YouTube or on Spotify, I just want to say thank you. And I love you from the bottom of my heart. Check out the description. I have a healing community that's growing, weekly Zoom calls to get direct support from me and being able to hear other people's story and be reminded that you're not alone. I have one-on-one coaching options. I also have ebook courses. I have so many things to help you with your healing journey. And if you don't know what to do next, at the very least, take advantage of the free ebook and training video that I have available for you. That link is in my description if you're in the YouTube watching the video. But if you're listening on the podcast, find me on the social media platforms, whether it's Instagram or TikTok. The link will be in my bio, or message me directly with the word heal or help, and you'll be able to grab that free ebook with the 17-minute training video breaking down, teaching you how to let go, just so you can grow. Love you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Until next time, peace from Dees.